Good morning. All right, we're going to get started in just about 2 minutes. All right. Okay, so just one last minute and then we'll get started. So happy Friday. Hope you're all, continuing to stay positive and just get into a routine with all of this. Here we are doing a thing. I spent a lot of time yesterday at the studio and just getting it all ready for you guys to come in and come back. We're just waiting for the word. So I can't wait to have people back there and see your faces again in real life. Will be so nice. Really am looking forward to that, as I'm sure many are, and I know there are many people who are going to take it slow, and that's okay too. We all have our own journey we're on. We all have our own lives and perspectives and opinions and all sorts of things that we're all going through, and they're all going to be different. And especially during this time, I think we just have to be a little more gracious with each other as we transition, because not everyone is having the same experience. Some people are absolutely loving every second of being able to be at home, and other people aren't, and other people are having a really hard time mentally, physically, emotionally. And I think this is the time where we exercise more and more grace for one another, more and more understanding, and we're gonna get through it. We are, and we're gonna be better on the other side. And I've been holding on to that, because not every day has been easy, and not every week or month or however long we've been here has been easy. But the kind of golden thread that for me I've been holding on to is just, I have to stay positive. I have to remember that on the other side, things will be better. They have to be. I refuse to accept anything other than that. And maybe that's why they will be. Or maybe just things will be okay on the other side. And so let's go ahead and get moving into our practice today, though. So grab your one final sip of coffee if that's your jam. And we'll go ahead and with our breathing exercise, as we always do with our Friday practice. Really important for the lungs, creating elasticity, mobility, capacity, and just health. And we're actually going to start with our breathing practice today at the back of our mat. So with your feet together, make your bottom half really strong. You pull up on the quadriceps, squeeze your glutes, but relax your shoulders so upper body stays nice and relaxed, super tall. Interlace your grip, including your thumbs. Knuckles come underneath your chin. Relax your shoulders and stand up nice and tall. You can take a moment at the beginning to just kind of rock your body's weight front and back, and then find a nice even distribution of weight. Take a moment to exhale at the top, so you begin with empty lungs. And then begin. Breathe in as you pull the air in through your nose. Little constriction in your throat so you can hear the breath coming in. Elbows stretch up to frame your face like a Y, full lungs. As you exhale, make a big H-A-ha like you're fogging up a pair of sunglasses past your palms. Then your wrists, forearms, and elbows come as close as they can as you empty. Inhale, fill up again. Chin down, elbows up. Pull the air in through your nose. That little constriction in your throat will make the breath audible. Exhale, nice and noisy, let it out. H-A-ha, press your palms. Then your wrists, maybe even the elbows touch away from your chest, stretching out shoulder blades and scapula. Inhale, fill up. See if each breath you breathe can be a little longer, a little fuller, and a little deeper, working to really expand your lung capacity. Exhale, press the air all the way out as if you're wringing out a wet rag. Contract your abdominals, squeeze, 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 find empty, and then one last drop out. Breathe in, fill up. Exhale all the way out. Deep compression in the back of your neck, stretching out through the front, opening up shoulder blades, scapula, releasing tension. Inhale, chin down, elbows up. Stretch up through the top of your head. Keep your bottom half strong. Notice if you need to squeeze your inner thighs closer. Squeeze your glutes. Lengthen. Sit. Exhale. Look back. Slow and steady. Work your palms. Squeeze. Empty. Empty. Breathe out. Empty. Nice and slow. Take your time. Slow. The better you do. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Three more to finish. Inhale. Exhale. Two. Exhale. Empty as much as you can. Ring out for your biggest breath yet so far. Go. Inhale. And then take your time. Exhale. And let it go. You can give your shoulders a couple of rolls throughout the rest of your practice, in and out through your nose, nice and comfortably. Keep your breath in your control. Okay, so here we are. As you inhale, you'll stretch your arms overhead and step your right foot forward. So inhale, a big breath, lunge, reach to your fingertips, stretch up. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, drive out of your right leg, pivot to the left. Pivot to the left one more time to the back of your room, bend. Keep your hips nice and low, take an inhale. Exhale, gently lower your right knee to the floor. Inhale, big breath, uncurl your toes. Exhale, backward bend. Lean back, go back. Inhale through center. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your shoulders, tap your forehead to your knee. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, tuck your right toes, press yourself back up into a high lunge. Drive out of your left leg, pivot to the right. Pivot to the right one more time, then deeply into your right knee, softly. Lower your left knee to the floor, uncurl your toes, breathe in, stretch out. Exhale, backward bend. Inhale back through center. Listen up, exhale, tuck your left toes, drive through your right leg, step back to the back of your mat, release your arms. We'll do it again on the left. So inhale, arms up, left foot steps forward, high lunge. Big breath in, stretch up. Exhale, drive out of your left leg. Pivot to the right. Pivot to the right knee this time. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, softly lower your left knee to the floor. Uncurl your toes, breathe in, stretch up. On your exhale, backward bend. Inhale through center. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your shoulders, forehead to knee. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, tuck your left toes, drive out of your right leg, straighten it up, pivot to the left. Left one more time to the top of your mat. Bend deeply. Softly release your right knee to the floor. Uncurl your toes. Breathe in. Stretch up. Exhale to your backward bend. Inhale through center. Exhale, tuck your toes. Step forward to the top of your mat and release your arms. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Take a turn. So you got a long ways on your mat, and inhale your arms over your head. You can interlace your grip, release your index fingers, and cross at your thumbs. Take a big breath in, stretch up, and then go all the way to the right. So right away into the right side. You're already a little bit warm, so we don't need that side-to-side thing today. Slide your right shoulder forward, hold your abs in. A little bit, your left hip slides forward, find your breath and your focus. Good, come back through center. Take an exhale, breathe in, stretch up and over to the left. Just creating a little bit of space on the right side of your body. Good, come back through center, inhale. And then exhale, push your left foot out, arms come down. Turn your left toes out, bend deeply into your left knee. Let's hit triangle, flip your palms and release your left elbow in front of your left knee. Reach your right fingertips all the way towards the ceiling. Let your right hip slide forward and down. Turn your chest open, hold your abs in. And inhale, nice big breath. Come back through center, drive through your left leg, pivot your toes in. Right toes out, bend deeply into your right knee this time. Sink your hips low, chest back, flip your palms forward. This time, right elbow in front of right knee. Reach your left fingertips towards the ceiling. Nice big stretch. Inhale, come all the way back up, drive through your right leg. Bring your arms over your head and heel toe your feet in, 3-ish feet. Lift your chest. Exhale, pivot over your left leg, square your hips to the top of the mat, stretch up. Exhale, tuck your chin around your shoulders, forehead to knee. Tuck in nice and close. See if you can get your forehead to actually touch your knee. And this way you can round your chin into your chest and get a nice thyroid engagement, opening up the back side of your body, a little compression to the front. Inhale, straighten both legs, hands come together into prayer, roll up. Pivot through center, all the way to the top of your mat to the right. Breathe and stretch up. On your exhale, tuck your chin, round your shoulders, forehead to knee. So if you need to bend your knee, do it as much as you need to, in fact, to get that connection. First is the forehead knee, and then all the stretching and stuff will come later. So keep that nice, strong stretch and tight, tight, tight. And then straighten both legs, hands come back together into prayer if you lost it, and come all the way back up. Pivot back to the center and step your left foot back to meet your right. Release your arms. Let's do that one more time through. Inhale your arms over, thumbs together, cross of the thumbs. Or you can take a traditional grip where you're interlaced. Stretch up tall, up and over to the right. So stretch and reach through your fingertips all the way towards the right. Push your hips off towards the left so you get some nice lateral flexion. And then roll your right shoulder forward. Firm up your abs. Squeeze your glutes. Make your bottom half really strong. Breathe in. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Push your hips off towards the left. Come back through center. Inhale. Stay for an exhale. Breathe in. Stretch up. And up and over to the left. As you do, push your hips out towards the right. This time, left shoulder forward. Abs in. Chest up. Arms back. Big breath. Inhale, come back through center. Left foot steps off towards the right. Open it up nice and strong. Bend deeply into your left knee. Sink your hips low. Flip your palms and release your left elbow in front of your left knee. Reach your right fingertips towards the ceiling. Hold your abs in. Find your breath. Inhale, drive all the way out. Straighten out your left leg. Toes in. Right toes out. Bend deeply into your right knee. Hips forward, chest back. Flip your palms. Left arm towards the ceiling. Reach all the way up. Hold your belly in. Push your left hip forward. Roll your left shoulder back. So you get a nice thoracic twist. You know it's a Sacramento summer when you're sweating at 7:15. All right, press through. Come all the way back up. Heel toe back, arms over your head. Pivot to the left. Square your hips and shoulders to the back of your mat. Breathe in, stretch up. Exhale, tuck and round chin to your chest, forehead to your knee. Again, you can bend the knee as much as you need to, open up the hands, play with it as you got it. And then straighten both legs, lengthen, inhale, arms up, pivot, through center, all the way to the top of your mat, almost there, breathe in. Exhale, tuck and round, chin to your chest, forehead to your knee. Again, bend, straighten, do what you need. Get that compression tight. It's supposed to be a little uncomfortable because you're creating this lock. It's one of the bandhas, Jalandhara bandhas, so that like throat lock. So you really want to tighten it all up, and it'll force the air coming in and out to be a little bit of work, but it's super good for strengthening the lungs, super good for finding space in the lungs that we don't normally do, or excuse me, space in the rib cage that we don't normally we just don't normally use the access that we have. Unwind, straighten it out. Straighten both legs, breathe in, come up. And step to the top of your mat, release your arms. Stand up nice and tall. Big breath in. And a big breath out. All right, open up your feet about hip width distance. Let's get into a few round chair or upward Utkatasana. Feet parallel. About 2 fist width distance is usually a good space in between the feet. It's often about hip. Your shoulders, but reach your arms forward. Take a big breath in, lift your chest. On your exhale, feet flat, sink your hips nice and low. Eventually they're parallel to the floor, doesn't it? Stretch and reach your fingertips forward. Draw your chest back, hold your abs in. So lots of little tiny movements. Make sure you hold your abs in nice strong. Use the strength of your reach. So as you reach forward more, see if you can push back deeper, chest up, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, breathe in. Exhale, drive all the way through. Keep your arms there, nice and strong. Come to the tops of your toes as high as you possibly can. Stretch up high on your toes. One day you'll be able to stack your heels right on top. Another inhale, keep your heels lifted. Slowly start to bend at your knees, lower your hips. So keep your spine straight as best you can. Work your heels up, work your knees up. Heels up, knees up, keep finding that chest back, relax your shoulders. Work your heels up, work your knees up. If you fall out, you get back in, go for it. Lift 5, 4, 3, 2. And drive through your toes. Release your heels, but keep your arms there. This time, lift your heels off the mat just an inch or so, enough for you to squeeze your knees and your thighs together, and then squeeze your glutes. Keep all 10 toes pressed into the floor slowly, nice and slow. Take your time, slide down, like you're sliding along a wall behind you. Really take it slow and really take your time. Till you have between like 1 and 2 inches in between your hips and your heels. This is what I get for my gait. So you'll squeeze your knees and your thighs together, hold your abs in. So from the side one day, you look like you're holding on to the sides of a box. Shoulders relaxed, squeeze thighs back together. Guys, keep going straight, take it back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your heels, feet together, take a breath in. Stand up tall and a breath. Okay, we're gonna do it one more time. Open up your feet. This time, so let's jump right in, arms up, breathe in, chest up. Exhale, sit down. As low as you got, push your hips back, hold your abs in, stretch fingertips forward. 5. Drag all the way up. From your heels, all the way to the tops of your toes as high as you can. Big breath in, get right into your seat. Heels up, hips low. Draw your chest back. Work your heels up even more, abs in strong. Find your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2. Drive all the way up. See if you can keep your heels lifted this time. Squeeze your knees and your thighs back together, glutes tight. Spine straight, this one's slow, so take your time going down. 5. Slow count 4. Slowest count ever. 3, 2. And find your hover. Knees tip down and forward. Abs are strong. Inner thighs squeeze, spine straight, shoulders relaxed, face relaxed. You're doing all the work underneath. Hold it. All right, back up for 5. Find your breath. 4, 3, 2, and 1. There it is. Feet together. Take a breath in. And a big breath out. All right, let's do eagle. Making sure things are nice and warm. Sweep your arms over your head. Right arm under your left. So cross at the elbows. And then cross at your wrist. So back of your hands come together, and then you get a nice little like snag. Thumbs towards you, pinky fingers out. Interlace your grip. Work your elbows a little lower if you want and or need, and then maybe palms together. Hips are low. Right leg crosses up and over the left. I'm a fan of momentum. I say use it if you need it. There's a time for it and a time not for it, so use it accordingly. But press your right leg down on top of your left. Start to draw your chest back. Sink your hips nice and low. Really start to focus on pressing your right leg down on top of your left. This way you're working to open up your hips. Now, if your foot wraps, awesome, wrap it. If it doesn't, awesome too, don't worry. Some days maybe you can, some days you can't, no worries. Chest up, hips low. Good, change, unwind arms up. Right into the left side, left arm under right. Cross with the elbows and the wrists, bring your palms together. Work your elbows low, hips low, chest back. Left leg this time, up and over the right. Again, maybe you cross and wrap, maybe not today. Work to get your hips low. Keep your hands, bring them back in line with your nose and your belly button, right? And you're doing some proprioception, figuring out where your body's at in space without having to necessarily look at it, unless you're a lucky one and you got a mirror propped up in front of you. And then you can really use it as a tool to get you in alignment and start to memorize that sensation of alignment as well. Change, unwind arms up. We'll go right into the second set. See if you can do your arm and your leg at the cross and twist. If you wiggle, you fall out. Don't worry, we all did when we first started trying to do that all at once. Hips low, chest up, squeeze, and unwind. Right into the left side. Left arm, left leg, go. Elbows low. Ooh, find your balance, find your breath. Doesn't have to be the most perfect eagle you've ever gotten into. Stay. And then release it. Sweep your arms up. And exhale, let it go. All right, we're gonna get moving and get into some more balance play. So we'll start with standing head to knee. Dandayamana Shirasana. So keep your left leg nice and strong. Rock a little bit of the body's weight forward so you can feel all three corners of your foot pressed firmly into the floor. I'm talking pinky toe to big toe to heel. And then lift your right leg up. Little flex of your toes. Stand up tall. Hold your abs in. This might be your posture. This is exactly the first step. So anywhere in between, a soft tap or a lifted leg while you're working on establishing balance in the standing leg is the first step. Second step, you might want a little bit more. Chest up, belly in, round down underneath the hamstring, or fuller expression is underneath the foot. So with an interlaced grip, hold your abs in. Draw your heel out so it stacks right underneath your knee and focus. Once this feels established and strong, slowly start to drive your right heel forward. Any amount, might be bent, might be straight, just take it where it's at. Drive through your heel, pull your toes back, keep your standing leg strong. Once both legs are straight like an upside down letter L, that's your cue to slowly start to lower your elbows. If your hands slip, no worries, you can readjust. Slipping is normal, your hands will get stronger. Drive through your heels, pull your toes. And then back it out. Release the elbows, bend at your knee, release your foot, and stand all the way up. And then we do it again. On the other side, right away, no judgments, no criticism, right leg strong. Take your option on the left side, chest up, belly in, round down, underneath the hamstring or underneath your foot. Gather your balance, right leg strong. A little bit the left heel pulls out just to gather a little bit of strength and a little bit of stretch there. And then when you're ready, if you want more, little by little, drive your left heel forward. Left heel forward, toes pull back, grip tight. Once both legs are straight, that's your cue, lower your elbows. Squeeze your elbows in. First round through, just take it slow, there's no rush. Toes back, heel forward, hold it in strong. And then listen up, release. First the elbows, then a bend in the knee, release the grip, stand all the way up, little backward bend if you want it. And then back to center. Let's do it one more time. Left leg strong, right leg up. Belly in, grab to your depth. Right, if you're focusing on balance today, focus there. If you're focusing on a different focus, find yours. When you're ready, take it to your depth, drive through your right leg a little or a lot. Once both legs are straight, if you're continuing, elbows lower. Once your elbows squeeze below the calf muscles, continuously drive your heel forward, your toes back, abs are in. Then you tuck your chin around your shoulders, tuck your head to your knee. And then nice and slow, you back out, release the elbows, bend to your knee, stand all the way up. All right, we got one last one. On the left, let's do this. Lift your left leg up, little flex of your toes, breathe in, stretch up. On your exhale, round down, grab up. Right leg strong, look forward, abs in, take it to your depth, let's go. Left heel goes forward, toes back. Gather your grip, gather your balance. If you want more, both legs straight, then only lower your elbows. There's no rush. Nothing magically happens. It's not that magical when you lower your elbows. You just do. So wherever you're at, just do. Let the yoga do its work. Same thing on this side. Once the elbows lower, then you tuck your chin around your shoulders, touch your forehead to your knee. Take your time, slow and steady. Release out, take your time, and then feet together, give yourself a little backward bend. Come back to center. All right, we got a couple, one backward bend, standing backward bend to kind of release all of that forward stuff. So let's do standing bow. I'm gonna flip this way just for you to get a hand grip visual, palm up. So the inside of your elbow points out. And so you wanna avoid flipping it all the way around. And that way the elbow's this way out. So inside of the elbow points forward, external rotation of the shoulder. And then you grab onto the ankle. Knees will start together, left arm comes up. And then see if you can square your hips, but you can let your right shoulder drop back. Left arm back so you're in a really straight line. And then kick into your hand. Kick back and kick up. As you kick back, kick up. Reach fingertips forward, kick up even more. See if you can find reach back, reach forward, kick up, kick back, kick back, kick up, and then nice and slow, back it up. Stand up tall, and we'll do it on the other side. So left arm comes out again, palm faces the ceiling, release your left arm down, eye of your elbow is forward, pull the arm back, grab on from the inside. And if you grab on from the outside, easy transition is to walk your hands just over your toes, and then you're in the perfect position. So here we go. Gather your grip, pull your right arm back. Square your hips, so knees together, but you can let your left shoulder drop back a little bit. Stretch up, inhale. Exhale, kick. Keep breathing. Fingertips reach forward, kick back. Look for your breath, kick. Stretch forward, kick back. Stretch forward, kick back, find your breath, stretch forward, kick back, and then back it out. Stand up nice and tall, take a big breath in, and a big breath out. Let's do one more. Right side, pick up your right ankle from the inside, same as last time. I'm gonna count out 20 seconds. Do your best. That's all that matters. Left arm up, stretch up, kick back, kick up, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back out. Left side, let's finish it. Left arm out. Pick up your left ankle. Knees are together. Right arm up. Big breath in, stretch up. Kick back, kick up. Kick into your hand, reach your right fingertips forward, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back it out. Let it go, stand up tall, and then big step to the back of your mat and top. Got one last little bit of balance and play. Over your head, palms together. Just look at the thumbs. Breathe in, stretch up, and step your right foot forward, working on balancing stick or warrior 3. Rock into the right leg, left leg strong. Just like a teeter-totter, start to lower your chest, lift your left leg. Stretch your fingertips forward and your toes back like a tug of war. Notice your left hip and see if you can get it to lower, paralleled out with the mat and the floor. Reach your fingertips more forward. Biceps start to act like earmuffs. Left toes stretch back, stretch forward, and then step back. Keep your arms over your head. Breathe in, stretch up, right into the left side. Left foot steps forward, a big step. Shift your body's weight into your left leg, light through your right toes, and slow. Just like a teeter-totter, lower your chest, but lift your legs. Hold your abs in. Excuse me, reach your fingertips forward, toes back. Eventually, just like a capital letter T, so get the right hip to lower, abs are in strong. Reach your fingertips forward, focus on your breath, stretch, 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 and step back. Feet together, release your arms, big breath in, big breath out. Okay, we're gonna add on with a little bit of play. So arms over your head, palms together, hook at the thumbs. Breathe in, stretch up. Right foot steps forward. We're gonna go right into balancing stick, but then into split arms. So rock forward. If you're not sure what split arm is, you can watch. So balancing stick. Once you hit about that parallel, you'll open up your arms. The wider your arms are, this is often easier to balance. The closer they are to your body, the more challenging. So start to lower your chest, look forward out in front of you, and work to lift your left leg high. Good, and then release your hands to the floor and lift your left leg even higher, standing splits. Work your left leg up there. Eventually, you might even take your right hand behind your right ankle. Maybe eventually your left hand behind your left ankle. Or you can just start by bringing your left hand to where your right foot would have normally been. And then nice and slow, you can bend the knee and back it out. I don't really know a great way to get out of that, so take your time, take a breath in, and a breath out. Let's do it on the left, arms up, palms together, thumbs crossed. Stretch up, inhale. Left foot steps forward. Rock your body's weight forward. Lower your chest. Find your balancing stick, so find even and parallel. Open them up. Wider or closer is up to you. Start to lower your chest, but lift your right leg. Chin forward, leg up. Arms closer or further apart is up to you. Keep going for it, lift. Look up, chin off your chest. Leg up, and standing splits. Release the arms. Let your upper body come down. Work your right leg high. Focus and find your breath. And maybe your left hand behind your ankle. Maybe your right hand where your right foot would have normally been. Lift, lift, and lower. Step back. Arms up. Relax your arms and stand up tall. All right. Take a quarter turn. So you're lengthways on your mat once again. And bring your arms over your head. Right foot takes a big step out to the right. Feet parallel, about 4-ish feet. Longer or shorter depending on your leg length. Arms wide, chest up. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward from your waist. Right away, you can grab for your heels. If you can, step on all 5. If you can, you must still step on them. If you can't quite today, no problem. You've got options. Option 1, you can grab for the outsides of your feet, pinky edge style. Option 2, you can grab onto actually the calf muscles or ankles. And then third option, what is happening? And they're so loud. Hands on your shoulders. And then you're gonna rock your body's weight forward into your hands as much as you can stand, okay? So take your choice. We'll be here for a few breaths. Grab on. Take it to your edge, right? So you might close the stance, you might open it, but eventually you're gonna work the top of your head in between your 2 big toes. So look for your goal, stretch the top of your head down, use the strength of your arms and find your breath. We'll hold for 5. Let your head come below your heart. 4. Slowing down your heart rate. 3. Opening up hamstrings, so firm up your quads. Hold your belly in. 2 more. Last one. Big breath in. And a big breath out. And then release your grip. Inhale all the way back up. And step together. Arms up. Release your arms. Good. Take a turn, face the top of your mat. Let's do this. We'll take a tree half lotus variation and a little bit of play in there. So with your left leg strong, pick up your right foot. If you have a knee injury or any knee issues going on, you can always take your foot to the calf muscle or above the knee joint at the hamstring. So if you have a knee injury, this is a really great variation for you. If you don't have an injury, give it a shot. You'll take the right heel to your left hip crease, so the pinky edge side of the right foot, in that crease as high as you can. If it's a little tender, you might lift the leg up a little higher. Otherwise, squeeze your glutes forward, let the right knee come down gently, and then stand up tall. First, your right hand will come to the center of your chest, and your left hand might follow, but it also might not, and that's okay. So if your foot really slips, or you feel like your posture's changing, then keep holding, or you bring your hand to the center of your chest. So options. Take your time. You fall out, you get back in. Good, so you can stay here. This might feel like enough. If you want to play with toe stand, you can fold forward from your waist. So if you let go of the foot and the foot slips a little bit, no problem, as long as it stays above the knee. You'll fold forward from your waist. This is a really great stretch, so if you want to hang out here, feel free to hang. If you want a little bit more, we're gonna play with toe stand first. So walk your hands forward, take some weight into your fingertips, come up high onto your left toes, bend your left knee, and then walk your hips back. So your hips to your heel. And then hands come on either side of your body. You'll press through your fingertips to lift up and out of your waist. So think about lifting your chest tall. Find and gather your balance. Belly in, hands maybe to the center of your chest, one at a time. And then to back out, hands down, press your hips back up. Now we'll play a little bit. So this time you can slide the foot down, not past the knee, just about to it. And then flex your foot really firmly. See if you can walk your hands forward so you can plant your palms under your shoulders. Wrap your right toes around your left tricep and then see if you can snuggle your shin into your armpits. So ankle into the armpit and then kind of like a knee into your armpit, and you'll slowly start to hop the left foot back so you can pick up the left foot. And then that might feel like enough so you stay, and then tap back down. You might find yourself back into your tree or back up into a half variation. You want to take it one step further. Again, you wrap the ankle, snuggle the knee in there, and then as you push your shin into your triceps, you'll straighten your left leg all the way out. So if you got options, take your time. You might not like any of those, and so you're stretching, and that's okay too. And take your time. Let's back it all the way out. Stand up tall, no rush. If you're still playing, play. We're gonna go to the other side. Right leg down, left leg up. That half lotus variation once again. So pick up your left foot, take it to the right hip crease, stand up tall. Respect your edges. One side might be more tender than the other. First hand to the center of your chest, then your right hand might follow. Stand up tall, relax your shoulders, belly in. No rush, no hurry, right? The yoga doesn't hurry. It likes patience and consistency. Okay, if we're adding on, foot's released. As long as it's above the knee, fold forward. And again, you can stay because this feels all sorts of magical, especially because we've been sitting so much. Woo, so good. Okay, toe stand. Focus. Walk your hands forward, high to your toes. Bend your knee, and then walk your hands back on either side of your body. And take your time. So gather your balance, do your wiggles. A little bit the front knee on the right this time will tip a little bit down. Just enough to be parallel. And then eventually hands to the center of your chest. And then nice and slow, we'll back out. And let's go ahead and play with that kind of flying half lotus variation. So hands down underneath your shoulders. Rock your body's weight forward. You can bend the right knee and slide your left shin down. Wrap your left shin, your left foot around your right tricep this time. Work to snuggle your shin into your armpit and your ankle into your armpit, and then slowly lean forward and just start by picking up the right foot a little. It might just be like little hops at first. And then push back into your tree, or to your toe, excuse me, or a little half variation. Take the fuller expression, and if you fall out, just play. You guys just have some fun a little bit. It's a Friday morning, why not? Plant the palms, snuggle it up on the left, pick up your right, and then drive out. Woo, I got slippery, I am sweaty. So you'll drive the right leg out. And then nice and slow, back it out. Lift your hips, take your time. Come all the way back up. Stand up tall. Big breath in, big breath out. All right, come sitting on your mat. We're gonna take a few of those kind of lotus style stretches, just kind of some half variations to open up the hips a little bit. So We're gonna start with just some prep work, and left leg is straight. Right leg comes up, sole of your right foot in the elbow crease of your left elbow. And then same with the right. Right elbow crease has your right knee. Take a loosely interlaced grip, and then sit up, rock the cradle. Little rocks. If this hand grip doesn't feel accessible, you can do like a forklift and take the arms underneath your calf muscle and ankle, and then pull up this way and kind of rock. Whatever way really feels the most comfortable. You can do some like half variations of this too. There's lots of options. Whatever option you choose, sit up all the way, like as tall as you possibly can. And then little rocks, right? And sometimes you can move and hinge from the knee, just always being mindful not to put too much torque. That's why you got a nice strong flex of your right foot. And then just little wiggles, little rocks. So make sure all is well. Cool. All right, and then release it. Straighten out your right leg. Let's go for the left. Sit up tall, chest up, left foot. Elbow crease, or forklift. Rock. You got options. Sit up tall. See if you can square yourself to the top of your mat, and then just little rocks. Just kind of loosening up the hips. This is a nice one. You can do, you don't have to be super warmed for it. You can just do it if your low back ever bothers you. Get down on the floor, stretch her out. Be nice. Give it a little love. All right, and then release it. We got one more. So we're just gonna take another little half variation, but this time with a figure 4 shape. So take your right foot flexed, toes towards the knee, shin about parallel at the top of your mat, and make sure the foot is above the knee. Sit up tall. Stretch up, and then fold yourself forward over your leg. We won't be here for super long. Let's just hold for a 3 count. Stretch from your collarbones for 3. Keep the firm flex in your right foot. 2. One more big breath in. Good, back it out, straighten out. Left foot, figure 4, stretch up. Exhale, fold. Strong flex of your left foot. Grab onto your right. Stretch and lengthen. 2. One more big breath in. And a breath out, back it out. Release your legs long and lay back all the way on your mat. Take a moment, relax your shoulders, heels are close, let your toes fall open, just take a breath in and a breath out. Let's do wind moving right up. Interlace your grip on top of your shin, pull your right knee to your shoulder, a little bit more hip opener here. So think about pulling your shoulders away from your ears, and you want to work to pull your right knee to your right shoulder. Now, if as you do, you feel like you're just running right into your rib cage, here's what you can do. Take the knee, release it a little bit, slide it off towards the right, and then pull it down in close to the armpit, and then you can squeeze it back into the midline, and this way you still get that low abdominal compression, but you don't feel like you're running into structure. So keep it strong, squeeze it in, shoulders down. Well, that was very exciting, you guys. Sorry about that. Hi, Meadow. Okay, release the right leg. Hopefully got a nice big squeeze on that side. Left leg goes in. Good morning, buddy. Okay, pull your left leg in, shoulder towards your armpit. Relax your shoulders. Straighten out your right leg. Find that nice stretch. Oh my goodness. Okay, left knee in, nice. Nothing like a little puppy love in the middle of your yoga session, right? So you're creating a little tourniquet effect too in your hip. Fresh blood there. And that way you get more vitality, more oxygen, more nutrients into the joints. And then release the left leg. Go for both legs up, knees into your chest. Grab for opposite elbows with opposite hands and squeeze yourself in nice and close. Relax your shoulders down, press your spine flat into the floor, squeeze your knees in nice and close. Now, if you can't grab your elbows, no worries. Forearms, wrists, even the fingers are a really great choice. Just get yourself as compact as you can. Squeeze in close, hold 3. Big deep belly breaths, 2. And release both legs. Straighten them all the way out. Release your arms. Just take a breath in. And a breath out. We're going to do a full sit-up, so feet flexed. If you have low back tenderness, skip the sit-up. Just flip onto your belly. We'll meet in Cobra. If your low back's feeling good, hook at the thumbs, palms up, feet flex. Inhale. Sit up. All the way up. Give yourself a double exhale, forehead to knees. And then lie down on your stomach. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Bring your chin forward. We'll set up for Cobra. Zip your legs together like you have only one. Squeeze your elbows in, and on your inhale, peel your spine halfway off the floor. Very little weight in the hands. Here we go. Inhale. Peel your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades in. Shoulders away from your ears. Press down to the tops of your feet. Squeeze your glutes. Look up towards the ceiling. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2. Listen up. Hold. Inhale. Exhale. Float your hands off the floor. Hold. 3, 2, hold again. Keep your chest lifted. Legs go up. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. One more hold. Inhale. Straighten out your arms. Keep lifted. Squeeze your thighs. Lift your legs. Lift your chest. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently release. Look over your right shoulder. Take a breath. And look forward. Let's do that one more time. Hands under your shoulders. Zip your legs together, squeeze your thighs together, chin forward. Strong, steady inhale, peel your chest off the floor, lift up. Squeeze your elbows in, press down, tops of your feet, hold. This time just 3, 2. Stay lifted, float your hands, hold. 3, 2. Inhale, float your feet, hold. 3, 2. Last one, open your arms, hold, lift. 3, 2, and release. Look over your left shoulder. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. All right, let's do bow. Bend to your knees, grab for your feet. So start with your knees close. Make sure you're below your toes. And thumb is with your index fingers. You got a nice full 5-finger grip. Relax your shoulders a little bit. Take an inhale. Press to your belly, kick back, kick up as you exhale. Kick into your hands for that full Dharasana bow. Look up towards the ceiling. Well, technically not totally full. There are much fuller variations. Kick, kick, and gently release. Look to your right, take a breath. Let's do one more. Bend to your knees, grab for your feet. Just getting the whole back of your body to turn on. Knees are close. Big breath in. Kick back, kick up. Kick into your hands, look up towards the ceiling, squeeze and lift. Strong, steady breaths, kick. 5. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and release. Look to the left. Big breath in, big breath out. All right, look forward, slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Give yourself a quick push-up. And walk your knees forward. We're going to take fixed firm or half hero. So standing on your knees, make sure your knees are close and your feet are open a little wider than yours. And then you'll just gently start to walk your hips back till they sit in between your 2 heels. So you don't want your feet super wide, but also you don't want them so close that you actually sit on them. Your just hips kind of brush against the insides of your heels and ankles. Now if the knees are a little tender, you got a couple options. 1, you can open the knees wider. 2, you can rock the body's weight forward so you take the weight off. Anywhere in between. Okay, so take your time. This is just going to help to open up the tops of the quads, create some space and lubrication here so that when we do deeper back bends, we just have a little bit more access because the flexibility we have on the front side of the body drastically, it's important in order for us to be able to get a really full expression of backward bend. There's so many things at play: strength, flexibility, malleability. So we're just working it element by element. Here we are. So once your hips are on the floor and this feels really comfortable, no problems. Hands on the soles of your feet, fingers at your heels. Nice and slow, you'll drop down one elbow at a time, and this might feel like enough. If it's enough, stay. If you want more, you can release your head to the floor. If you want even more than that, slide your elbows out from underneath you, tuck your chin in towards your chest, and take a fuller expression. Eventually, shoulders down, shoulder blades down, and fullest expression here, you grab for opposite elbows over your head, shoulders away from your ears, nice big arch in your spine. Just notice how good it feels. Take a couple of breaths. If you feel like you need more sensation, your knees are open, and you want just a little extra, if your knees are happy and healthy, you can start to slide your knees closer. Now, I use the word slide because I want your knees to stay connected to the mat the entire time that they come closer. This way you don't put any unnecessary torque on the knees. Keep breathing. Stay with it. Nice little arch in your spine. You can maybe start to feel that sensation of stretch come down the front side of your body. And then nice and slow, we're going to back it out. So place your hands on the soles of your feet, back it out from wherever you went. Elbows down, keep your head coming up last, and then chin to your chest. Slowly rock yourself forward. Come into a tabletop position for just a second, just to release that little bit of tension through the hips and the knees. And then we're going to sit all the way up. Stand up onto your knees, and let's do some camel. So open up your knees and your feet about hip width distance. Place your hands, heel of your palm to the bottom of your rib cage, fingers face down. Take a big breath in, lift your chest, firm up the front side of your body, just a little tension. Look up, and now start to look back, go back. Nice and slow, come back up. Release your hips to your heels, just take a breath. Try not to make any major movements or adjustments. Try not to round your spine. We're going to do a few more backward bends, so let's keep the backward momentum, and I promise I'll close your spine out before we end practice today. Come back up into your camel. Let's take it a little deeper. So you're just kind of building up a little by little. So second round, you can take it a little deeper if that feels good. Hands on the heel of your palms on the bottom of your rib cage. Breathe in, chest up. Exhale, start to go back. Look back, lean back. Maybe a little deeper this time. Your hands to your hamstrings. Start to go back further. Look back. Nice and slow, bring it back up. Hips to your heels, take a breath. Sit up tall, let that settle. And then we're gonna do one more. So one more, it's your fullest expression, whatever that looks like for you. Give yourself your best, and that's it. We'll go for it. Happy Friday. Here we go. Start with the heel of your palms on the bottom of your rib cage, fingers down towards the small back. Inhale, lift your chest like you could lift your ribs up and off your hips. Go back. Find your depth. If grabbing your heels is there, go for it. Keep breathing. Chest up. Look back. Go back. When you're ready, back your way out. Come sitting up. And let's round your spine. So bring your knees all the way back together. We'll take rabbit. So I'm going to show you what it looks like, and then I'll talk you through it. So I'm going to remove my mic. Hopefully this doesn't make too much noise. And just set that off to the side here. So you'll reach back like you put your hands in your back pockets, lift your chest, stretch up. On your exhale, tuck your chin, round your shoulders, and see if you can get the top of your head to touch the floor. You may have to move your bun out of the way, ladies, or gents, if you got a bun there. Move it out of the way. Top of your head touches the floor. So make sure you got a nice strong grip on your heels. From here, you'll work to lift your hips. So your arms and your elbows are straight. Top of your head touches the floor. And then once you're in this posture, no moving your head. So keep your head still, top of your head on the floor, lift your hips up as high as you got. If you notice a gap in between your forehead and your knees, the only thing that moves is your knees. Walk forward to coils together, lift your hips, find your breath. So think about working to lift your hips, press down to the tops of your feet. See if you can squeeze your heels a little closer to each other. And then take your time backing your way out. Nice and slow, step by step. And then come all the way seated up. Really slow on your exits, especially for rabbit, because there is a little bit of weight in your head. You always want to be mindful to not drop a bunch of weight and then whip your head out. That can make things a little challenging. My teachers have always told me that the slower, because you're less likely to be injured, even though we want to like rush out as fast as possible, you're like, get me out of this thing. The slower you go, the less likely your body will jerk in reaction to trying to protect itself. So if you have that kind of slower element, it offers your body this moment to kind of gently fall back into natural order without feeling like it's just been like shoved somewhere. So nice and slow. All right, let's stretch it out. Inhale your arms over your head, pivot over the right leg. So sole of your left foot to your inner thigh, grab onto your right foot. Take an inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your shoulders, touch your forehead to your knee. If you need to bend the knee, go for it. Bend it as much as you need to, in fact, to grab on and around it. You can slide the heel forward. So just like the that we did earlier, but this time you don't have to worry about balance. So left shoulder draws down, so you get both shoulders to square over your right leg. That same kind of chin to chest, throat choked, forehead to knee style movement. And then back it up. We're going to just simply switch sides. Pull your foot to the inner thigh of your left. Little lymph node massage. Actually pivot up, arms up, stretch up, grab on. Again, bend the knee if you need to get the grip as much, in fact, as you need to. Lengthen. Tuck your chin, round your shoulders, touch your forehead to your knee. Squeeze in nice and close. Slow and steady, back it up. Stretch your legs nice and long. And just kind of rock back and forth so you kind of come off the fleshy part of your sit bones, grab onto your hips actually, and then do that. And then you can kind of walk your hips a little bit forward and you can shift the body's weight off so you can get your sit bones directly on the floor. Breathe in, lift your chest. Again, legs straight or bent is up to you, but grab nice and slow. Start to work your heels out, pull your toes back, straighten your legs. Once your legs are straight, start to lower your upper body down. Upper body sandwiches against the lower, stretch the top of your head forward. Padasana. Hands, stretch. And then nice and slow, back it up. So up tall, let's finish with a twist. Left foot comes on the outside of your right hip. And then your right foot heel comes on the outside of your left knee. Take your right hand behind your back, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Lift your left arm nice and high. Push your right leg out of the way. Reach for your left knee. Mat or towel, whatever you can get some leverage on. And then breathe in, stretch out, get tall. On your exhale, look over your right shoulder, bring it out and twist. If you feel well balanced, rock your body's weight forward. You might be able to get your right hand to sweep behind your back. Reach for your left inner thigh or hip. Turn, look over your right shoulder, twist. And then nice and slow, unwind, take your time. And switch to the legs. Left hand behind your back. Right arm up really high. Push your left leg out of the way. Grab for some leverage, knee, mat, towel, whatever you got, and then stretch up. Lift up tall, look over your left shoulder, rock a little bit of your body as you forward. Same kind of thing on this side. Hand left comes behind your back. Lift your chest, sit up tall. And then nice and slow unwind. Come, excuse me, come sitting up. Let's finish with a breathing exercise. So come sitting up nice and tall. You can sit kneeling or cross-legged, whatever feels more comfortable for you. But Kapalabhati, it's small snaps of the belly. You're forcing the air up and out of your lungs. And really good for strengthening the abdominals, really good for clearing out the lungs and establishing strength and vitality in the lungs as well. So happy, healthy lungs is always important, always and forever. So with your hands on your knees, sit up tall. Arms are gonna act like a little bit of like a framework for you, so your belly can be soft and you can focus on only contracting and releasing from there. Think about the exhale. The inhale is really gonna happen all on its own. Your body's brilliant, promise. Big breath in, fill up. And then an exhale all the way out. Begin. So think about contract, release, and you're forcing the air out of your nose. This is the more traditional way. Out, 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 out. Small little snaps out your nose. Five, four, three, two, one. All right, turn around, lie down on your back, take a little bit of rest. Feel free to enjoy this moment for as long as feels comfortable. I really hope you can take a little bit of that rest. If it's 3 breaths, if it's 2 minutes, if it's 10 minutes, all the better. But whatever you can take something. Give your body a little moment to enjoy, to soak in, to thank you for the time, and then have a beautiful rest of your day. Happy Friday, you guys. 12:30, we'll be here for a little quick crush core. And yeah, let's have a beautiful Friday and a lovely weekend. I will see you all soon. I'm sure of it. Namaste.